G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. So glad you're here with me today. I am going to use my Chameleon Pigment powders again today. And today I thought I would try this mold. This is my Druzy Crystal 6 coaster mold that I've made. And I'm going to try for this effect again. Hopefully you guys saw me do these. That's the green one. There's the purple one. So I'm going to do these. Now these ones, if you didn't see them, I put down a layer of clear resin. Then I put down some plastic wrap and I kind of scrunched it up like that and let it dry. And then I painted my pigment powders on and then covered it with black. So it's a bit of a long process. It's a little bit tricky. I found it a little bit tricky putting the plastic down because I was getting bubbles underneath it. So I thought, I wonder if this will work. It obviously gives a much different texture. It's more of a crystal. It's a smaller textured piece. So the ones that I did the other day, I used, these are two of the ones that I used. Chameleon Pigments, Interfere Who and No Faux Mo. So that was the purpley blue one and the green one. My two favorites out of those lots. But I have got more. I've got these four as well that I haven't used yet. So I thought I'd try those today. Let me get these out of the way. So we'll do 6 today and see how they go. So I'm not going to be pouring clear resin. I'm not going to be crunching up plastic. I'm going to be putting my pigments straight into these. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour on clear resin because that'll be my top coat. And then once I demold, I'm going to have a flat bottom. I'd love a flat bottom. So this is just a little test piece that I did ages ago in these molds. It was just a bit of pink, pale pink. So you can see the texture there. So what I'll end up with, it goes like that. So once I've put my mica dust on, or mica powder, topped it with clear, it'll look like that. So when I unmold it, I'll have this crystal-y side. And because of the sides, like you can't really pour resin over the top. You can't really go ahead and pour, you know, black resin over the top, I don't think. Actually, I wonder if it'll work the other way. I was going to say, you know, I'll do the dust, pour clear on it, demold it, and then spray black paint on the top. So you could do it that way. I think that's probably the best way. So that's going to be your bottom of your coaster. So it'll sit like that. So you'll have the clear top. Hopefully you'll see all the chameleon pigments underneath, but you will have a crystal-y bottom in black. I'm just wondering if how it would work the other way if you put your mica powders down and then put black over the top, and then when you peeled it out you would have the crystal. So this would be the top then, but I don't know that people would want that as the top. Look, I'll try it another time. You know, it obviously won't work too well as a coaster because it's bumpy, but maybe it'll just be nice, like as a little plate decoration. Maybe you can just like spray it with some clear or something. I don't know. We'll have to experiment. But today I'll do it this way. Okay. Oh my God, that was a long-winded. Now, so I've told you about those two. This one is Aurelian Lights. It's kind of a goldy. Looks like it's got green in it maybe. This one is Don't Fuchsia Around. This one is called Blues for Baby and Me. Doesn't look a lot chameleon-y, but maybe it will, just blue. And this one is a purpley one. It's called Purple People Eater. So that's it there. So I'll do one and then I'll speed up the video and do the rest. So, because you don't need to watch me doing them all, do you? Actually, I'll do, put that there, put that there, put that there, that there, that. And then I know which one's which. All right, so I've got two little makeup brushes. I'm not sure whether I need the bigger one. That one's slightly bigger. One's slightly smaller. I'll probably go the bigger one actually, because then you can go faster, can't you? And then I've got a piece of paper towel there to clean it off between my colours. Let's start with this one, hey? Alrighty. And I'm not going to put as much on as I did last time, because last time I think I overdid it a little bit and put too much on. So, I mean, it's a bit tricky, this one, because it's got more little tiny spaces in there where the pigments can get caught. So don't overload your brush is what I can suggest, and then just sort of spread it. That way you're not putting a big clump down. I'm going to try not to get it onto the side of my mold. It's going to take me a little while. I'll probably get my chair out and sit down and do the rest. But basically cover it. And you can see that side there is a little bit pale. It needs some more. You can tell where it needs more because of the white mold. This mold is available in my eBay store if you want it. But there's no reason why you can't just do the crinkle plastic. I'm sure a lot of you are trying that at the moment, but I just wanted to try this and see if I can get a similar effect. So it's kind of throwing a pinky gold, isn't it? I was hoping it's not going to be too similar to my other pinky gold one that I've got. So while this is setting, the resin that is, once I do my top coat, once it's setting, I'm going to jump in the car and whiz down to my local hardware store, Bunnings, and see if I can get some black spray paint for the back. Because you guys saw me do that silver spray paint, didn't you, on the back of my beachy coasters? That worked really well. So I'm going to get a black and I'm going to get a white as well, so that I can do those beachy coasters again, but spray them white. Okay, so still a couple of little areas there that aren't quite as dark as the others. So I'll just put a little bit more on and take them up to the same kind of colour, I guess. Now, once you've done the whole lot, there's no reason why you can't pick this up and flip it upside down. Don't do it inside because you're going to get mica dust everywhere. Maybe take it outside and flip it upside down if you want to, and that'll just get rid of any excess mica powder that you've got sitting in there. Like if you've put a little bit too much on and it's sunk into those little crevices, which it will do, but if you feel as if you've got too much on, there's no reason why you can't just flip it upside down. The only problem with that is it might make a mess. You might get paste or pigment all over here. Look like that. But look, it doesn't matter. It just wipes off. Right, so that's my first one done. I'm going to clean that off. I'm not going to wet my brush. I'm just going to keep cleaning it like that until it's not leaving a mark anymore. And then I'll change over to my other colour, because I don't want to incorporate this one into that one. So make sure it's nice and clean. All right, I'm going to do the rest. Oh, it's going to take me a little while. All right, I'll see you in a bit. all done. Look at this one. Oh, it's so pretty. So sparkly. This one, and this one are more sparkly than these three. These have got a little bit of sparkle, but not as much as those. And that is just amazing. I wonder how that's going to turn out. That's the Aurelian Lights. Chameleon. Anyway, I've made up my resin. I don't know how much to make because I can't remember what I did last time because I'm only really half filling the mold, so I've probably got some left over. I'm using the Dalchem Crystal Clear, and I know it's a thicker one and I'm going to have more trouble with the bubbles, but the humidity in my studio at the moment is 81%. So I don't want to use a resin that's more likely to do that amine blush, you know, that oil slick on top, which my others do at 81%. But I'm not going to not do resin just because I'm in a tropical climate and it's raining outside, and I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully I won't get the amine blush. So let's just pour it on. I did take this mold over the sink and just blow lightly to get any excess off, but I didn't put as much pigment powders on as the last time, not nearly as much this time. Well, you can see how it's changing color as I put the resin on. That's going more of a gold. What's this one going to do? It says on the jars that they are chameleon, these three on this side here that I haven't used before, but yeah, they're not as sparkly, that's for sure. I guess we won't know until the black goes on. And I don't know if it's going to work. Like, I don't know if the black spray paint is going to be sufficient, you know, to cause the look that we're after. So I'm just testing it out. Hopefully it will. I'm going to go out in the rain later and go and get the spray paint. So I think I'm going to just do that for now. I'm going to torch. So they're only like half full. I'm going to torch and try and get some bubbles out. I probably should just wait, really, until they come up. I know I'm going to struggle with them. The last time when I had the bubbles stuck in those little folds, everyone said they looked like pearls, which they did. They were quite pretty. They looked like pearls. And I can see them in there. I don't know if they're going to actually come out or not. It's not really helping. I'm probably going to have to get a little toothpick or something and try and encourage those bubbles out, because I can see them sitting in there. That's the only problem with this, with all these sort of crystal-y type molds, you know, the bubbles can get trapped. I guess what I could have done is put the thinner resin on first to cover everything and then put the thicker resin on top, but that's just fiddly, isn't it? It's just fiddly. Who wants to do that? We just want to get it in and done, don't we? Right. I can see all the little bubbles. I'm hoping that by doing this I'm not getting the mica off. Can you see how they're all coming up? I don't know whether they'd actually come up on their own. I don't know. I might just have to wait, give it some time and see if the bubbles actually come up on their own. But I'll just go for it. Actually, what I could do is when I'm done, I'll spray some alcohol over the top. That way when the bubbles do come, if they do come up, the alcohol will pop them. Although, actually, the alcohol won't stay on top very long because, you know, it evaporates. So that's probably not going to work either. It'll work in the short term until the alcohol evaporates. But then once it's gone, the bubbles will just pop up and go, hey, hey, can't get me. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Gee, I'm glad I made up that amount of resin. What did I do? 320 grams I made. It's probably not quite enough, actually. Who needs a little bit more? you do. Just stand back a bit and look over the top, see which one needs a little bit more. They're not doming, so I could have made up a little bit more, maybe 360, because I've done my two little hearts in the middle as well. May just have to go and make up a little bit more. That's it. I can't get any more out. Actually, I probably shouldn't scrape, because along the side of the cup there, sometimes you can get bits that aren't, you know, bits of resin that haven't been mixed in properly, and then you're layering them on top. You scrape the cup out and then they go on the top, and that can also sometimes leave you that kind of little oil slick. So you've got to be careful of that too. So make sure that they've all gone into all the little crevices. I don't know if I need to make up any more. If I do, oh, that one hasn't got much at all, that one. I'll pinch some from this one. Because this one's quite full. There we go. Right. I made a bit of a mess there. Get my baby wipe out, clean it up. I like to clean up as I go. You can see I cleaned up all the dust, pigment powder before I turned the video back on. Yeah, I figured you only need to see one in fast motion, like slow motion. Yeah, fast motion. Like you don't have to see them all. They're all the same. Right, so there's lots of bubbles on top. Let's give them another zap. You can actually see the little, I think the bubbles bring the mica powder up to the top, and then when I torch them, the bubbles pop, and then the little mica powders are floating on top. See that? I don't know if you can see it from up there. So I'll torch them now. I'll go away for a couple of minutes. I'll come back. We'll torch again. Hopefully try and get as many bubbles up as possible. So I don't really want to be poking the bubbles with a stick. Just waiting for that to go out. I don't really want to be poking them with a stick. Let's have a look. Actually, those ones that were stuck in there, oh, there's a few left. I don't know whether they'll bother me or not. I mean, this might not even work. There's a bubble there. Where's my stick gone? Oh, there. I'm going to be really careful torching the little hearts because they're only little. So they, if anything's going to stick, they'll stick. You know, they'll fuse to your silicone. So you're going to be really careful. All right, so I can see more bubbles coming up. I'm going to wait a few minutes and I'm going to torch again. But I'll see you for the unmolding and the spray painting. So I'm going to go and get some spray paint now. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. See you then. Hey guys, I'm still torching, but I've just had a thought. As I was torching and the mica powders were popping up like that, I'm thinking that's not going to really look very nice as a top, is it? Because see that there on that white one at the back? Because when I did this with the other one, I put the black over the top, and then the when I torched, we got that look on top, and I'd forgotten about that because I started with the clear, you see. So now I don't know. I'm not quite sure what is going to happen now, because you can see the pigment powder over the top there. See, it's sitting on top. So I don't know. I don't know whether I need to now, because I've already put clear on, I can't do much about that, but I don't know whether I need to maybe spray the top of this in black. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work out, you guys. But look, it was worth a try. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll go and get my spray paint anyway. Righto, so it's the next day. I went out and bought myself some black spray paint. I also got a white for when I'm doing those beachy ripple ones. And also did, just for fun, I got a clear, just in case I decide at some stage to do black on the top, turn them upside down, and then spray clear on the back. So that was fun. We'll just experiment. Okay, let's get these out. And I've got my bit of cardboard here, my top of my pizza box. That it's an unused pizza box. I bought some empty pizza boxes. So I'm going to put them on that, and then I'll spray. I sprayed silver on that one last time. I'm going to try and keep them with their little paints though. Oh, still a bit soft. Oh, you're still a bit soft. That's probably, what did I use? Did I use the Dalchem? I think I did use the Dalchem. That's why. Dalchem's still a little bit soft the next day. Right, so that's that one. Let's get them all out. Now I remember why I don't really use the Dalchem very much. Get them all out. So they don't look like much at the moment because they don't have the black on them, but I'm hoping, that one's really sparkly, I'm hoping that once I spray this black, I don't know. What I should have done though is brush the mica powder on, put the black down. See, I don't know whether spraying black on here is going to have the same effect as pouring black resin straight onto the mica. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. I do have another option waiting, ready to go, that I'd like to try as well. And that's using my, oops, I can't get you out, my Druzy inserts. I'll have a little bit of fun cleaning those out. I should just pop them in the in the sink with some warm soapy water, and that should just wash out. Right, now let me just transfer everything over. Put that there for a sec. I just want to keep them in the same order, that's all. Which is going to be a little bit tricky. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put these, I'll just put them over here in that same order, but out of the way so that I know what I'm doing. Otherwise I'm going to forget which ones were which. Hey. Alright, now I'll move my mould out of the way. Where will I put you? Over there. Righty-o. Are we in frame? Let me have a look. Make sure we're in frame. Yep. And I've got my little containers of mica powder sitting there in the same order as these are, so we'll know. Now, two things. Put your gloves on, because spray paint's it's difficult to get off if you get it on your skin. And a second thing, make sure you wear a mask. There's mine. So I'm going to put that on now. So I'm going to sound a bit muffled, but it's important that you don't breathe in the spray paint fumes. All right, there we go. It's on. Now I'm going to just spray straight down. Try not to get the sides because I don't want any overflow. So we'll see how that goes, hey? And I'll get pretty close because I don't want it spraying everywhere. Make sure I've got it all. You can't see any of the colour coming through. Try to go from straight up so that you're not getting the sides or underneath, if possible. If I get a bit of overspray, I guess I'll just have to clean it off with some nail polish remover, some acetone maybe. Alright, that's done. I wonder if it's going to work. Alright, now don't take your mask off yet. Wait till you're out of the room. Should be in a well ventilated room actually. Actually I can see I've missed, I don't know if it's just the side. I can sort of see down the side there I might have missed a little bit. There we go. That'll do. Alright. Now, I'm going to come back to you when these are dried. I'm not sure how long they're going to take, but I'll check them in an hour. And then we'll flip them over and see what happens, hey? Hope they work. Okay. They're dry. Shall we have a look and see if this has worked? See if my theory's worked. I hope I haven't got any overspray. You can kind of see the colour through there. So I guess when you're doing a coat of resin, it gets into all those little nooks and crannies. Maybe I need a second coat. We'll see what it looks like. But I'm just a bit concerned that because I can still see through it, I may need a second coat, which is okay. I can do that. All right, let's have a look. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's kind of worked. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can still see through that, so probably need another coat. And the fact that you can see the pigments that have floated to the top isn't ideal. All right, let's have a look at the next one. That just looks purple to me. I don't really see much of a colour change. So I don't know whether it's the actual pigment or it's just the fact that I haven't put black on the actual pigment. So let's have a look at this one. Again, you can see the colour through there. Okay, so this is the one, that's the gold and green one, which was that in that design. So it is quite different. I mean, this is just a smaller scale, I guess. And it's still pretty, I think, because the little crystals in here are only tiny. And you can see the colour change in this one. But you can still see a lot of the colour through. Actually, that's pigment. That's pigment powder, isn't it? I don't think making another coat of black's going to make any difference. Don't know. Anyway, like I said, I have got another way of doing this. Let me just turn that ring light off because that's showing now. It's glaring. Yeah, I have got another theory, just for those that don't want to do the plastic wrap, but maybe the plastic wrap's the better option. I just thought maybe there's an easier option. But usually there's no easy way, is there? If you want it done, you've got to do it the right way. Probably the more difficult way. You can't really see much colour change in that one. Oh, a bit of green and blue. What's this one? Now this one was that really shiny gold one. That's quite pretty, that one. I like that. It's got like a green tinge to it. green and gold. So definitely you would use the coasters this way. Obviously not that way, but this way. I'm just wondering if a second coat of black may work better. I might try it. Look, this was just an experiment. I wanted to try it out. Now that one was this one. So I don't know if actually putting the black over the top of the mica powder is a better choice. It obviously is. That was the black over the mica powder, because I did the clear first. I made the little ripples, and then I put the black on over the top of the mica. Maybe if I did a darker, another coat of black. Anyway, that's them. So what are these little hearts? Oh, stuck. Actually, they look better. Maybe I will put another coat of black on, because they look better. They must have had more black, don't they? Maybe it's just me. That's that one. Yeah, see, I can see more black in there, in between. Maybe I can on this one too. It's just a bigger piece. I don't know now. Oh my gosh. So that one was this one, same as that one. Do they look the same? I guess so. Anyway, that's them done. Righto, moving on to the next experiment. I was wondering what they would look like with my Druzy inserts. So I'll do that one. I'll do that experiment, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if I should put another black coat on. We'll see. We'll see. I've got other things to do. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed that little video. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video. See you real soon. Bye for now.